Hello all and welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. I hope everybody's having a great week. Tomorrow is Friday and I could not be more excited about the weekend. Hopefully you guys are going to have a great productive weekend and some fun all at the same time. It's always nice to be multidisciplined when it comes to life, when it comes to having fun, and when it comes to being productive all at the same time. Today I'm going to talk about one of the things that I think everybody can relate to is when it comes down to your dreams, the distractions that we all have in today's day and age, especially when it comes down to, we live in a digital society, the society of technology, all different sorts of apps, got an app for that generation. And of course, it's so easy when you're trying to go after your dreams, no matter what it may be, from a college degree to a certification, to opening up a business, to getting a promotion at a job, etc., and so forth. The distractions that we have today just outweigh anything that most people are used to, especially if you go back, 30, 50 years from 2018, where people had distractions, but they didn't have phone apps and all these different levels of cable television, et cetera, and so forth. And video games, people used to listen to sports on the radio, but now it's all over the place. People looking at their cell phones, watching sports, etc. I mean, the list goes on and on. I could talk about it for days. But it's hard to keep a decent attention span in today's world because you have so many different distractions. When one gets off from work, they might not have the attention span to put the right amount of focus into specific goals and dreams. Now, don't get me wrong. I like my laid back, I call AKA downtime. Checking out a good show, going to a movie, especially going to a comedy club or whatever have you. I like to have fun as much as the next person, but I try to put my goals and aspirations up here, partying and having fun right here. So that's the two different aspects of me. But everybody's different. And it took me a long time to even get to this plateau of putting goals and aspirations up high, fun and laid back time on low. That's because when I'm not on the clock, I try to work out two different things: my brain and my mind. Because if your body's not right, then a lot of times your brain's not going to be right. And there are scientific studies that are proving that. You can do your own research on that. You don't have to. Please do not ever take my word for it. Do your own research. Your brain will function a lot better in a more efficient way. And if you're physically not tired so quickly, then you're able to put a lot more energy into your goals and aspirations. Because if your body's in some sort of decent shape, then your brain's going to be in some sort of decent shape. Now, me, I'm not a bodybuilder, nor am I trying to be a bodybuilder. I'm just saying if you do your best to stay in some sort of shape, decent shape, it just makes you more of a better person to be more competitive in today's world, because you got to be ready to go at a moment's notice when it comes to suiting your customers, suiting your business, trying to obtain certifications, get a degree, get a promotion. You got to be on your P's and Q's, know how to, dot the I's and cross the T's, and if your body and your mind's not right, then most likely the person, mind and body who is right is going to beat you to the punch, so. And then not only after you've worked your body and you've worked your brain, another great way of working your brain outside of just reading or going to school is engage in intellectual conversations with people who have things in common, just like yourself. Watch a variety of books and documentaries and so on. Especially because I always say that we don't evolve past high school. A guy I used to work where he used to say it all the time, and he's so right. We get so comfortable with just being around people who think like us and live like us and want to do things like us, but we don't ever get to express our creativity that we all have deep inside of us and deep down in our soul for one reason and one reason only, because we feel uncomfortable when we're around people who think outside the box. Great example, people who are employees. A lot of people who are employees don't like to hang out with people who are business owners because they feel like they don't have anything in common. People who are Christians, people who are Muslims, sometimes they don't want to, hang out with each other. People who are Jewish or might not want to hang out with people who are Christians. People who are Christians might not want to hang out with people who are atheists, and et cetera and so forth. It's great to get two different perspectives from people. There's nothing wrong with that. I always say you live in the United States. If it's supposed to be a free country, you have your freedom of thought. And there you have it. You know, I always say I respect people's freedom of thought and freedom of choice as long as you don't have to try to impose it on me. That's how I look at it. You know, live and let live. Life is too short for me to be worrying about what somebody else is doing and what somebody else believes. I'm not going to argue that fact. I'm going to put out my opinions, you put out your opinions, and as long as we respect each other as adults should, then we should be able to move forward in a great collective and a cohesive way. But that's my 2 cents on that. But when you get around people that think outside the box, it allows you to not only question specific things that you might believe or think to be true, but it also allows you to spark a little bit more of your intellectual curiosity all at the same time. That's all I'm saying. Because, you know, if you're trying to really prosper, you have to be around people who think differently. You know, because here's the thing. We all have dreams, right? We all have dreams. But dreams will always remain a dream if you're not putting any effort into it for it to become a reality, you know. And I don't know about you, but I'm not trying to continuously dream. I want that dream to become a reality. I don't just want to dream a little dream and have society take it away from me because I'm not putting in any effort into it. I'm not around people that are putting any effort into the same kind of dreams or putting any effort in different kinds of dreams that they have. And they might inspire me and I might inspire them. And you know, you just never know because, you know, I'm on Facebook/YouTube right now, right? So the people that created these platforms, you know, they were accomplishing their dreams. That's the thing. And guess what? Most of them didn't graduate from college. Food for thought. But that's just something to think about. You know, they hung around like-minded individuals. You know, they went to the right areas of the country or the world, and they got around the right people, and they got around people that thought outside of the box. And I'm sure they disagreed with one another on a regular basis. That's fine. I'm sure they all had different backgrounds. That's fine. But that's the way the world really works. You know, you're supposed to be around different people and be able to think differently and work and grow together. You know, it's like life can be like a relationship. If your relationship is the same level as it was when you were the age 23, once you reach the age of 43, then there's a problem. You know, you're not really growing, you know. Because I say this, you know, remember that it's fun to relax and every now and then and, you know, just chill and enjoy life because you can't just live life on the fast pace. But sometimes, you know, you have to just do what you have to do and cut people off and shut off your cell phone if you have be in order for you to really go after your goals and aspirations in life. You know, to quote a former neighbor of mine, you know, he was from Grenada, real nice guy, he real hard worker. He used to say, you know what? If you really want success, don't worry about sleep, okay? You sleep when you're dead. I know that's a kind of a harsh thing to say, but it's a reality, and it's a true reality. You sleep when you're dead. You know, that's some old school teaching, but you know, a lot of old school principles still reign true to this day, and I'm sure they're going to reign true until the end of time, you know. All I can say is the real prizes are the, you know, people that continuously focus on their dreams. You know, 50 years ago, people, they didn't have all these distractions, and they even had a lot of harder conditions to deal with, but they still found ways to make things happen. And most of the times it's because they got around the same like-minded individuals, and they pulled the resources together, and they weren't on some snooty stuff, I'm better than you nonsense, like you're in high school, I'm at the cool kids table, the reference I always like to use, or I'm on the basketball team, so therefore I'm special. Cut all that nonsense out if you're really trying to do something in this life. Let's work together. You know, let's make something happen, because if we continue to do the same thing, then we're going to continuously get the same result, you know. Because a great example, you know, it's like, well, I'm not going to say a great example. I will say, though, it's good to get a paycheck, but it's better to get a business check. And the main reason why, and you can do your own research on this, is because business checks do not get taxed at the same rate as a regular paycheck. Earned income gets taxed higher than business earned income. That's just what it is. So the wage of an employee is taxed more, no matter who the president or the governor of your state is, gets taxed more than the money that is earned from a person who actually owns a business. You know, and that's just something to think about. You know, so whether you want a big business or a small business or any side hustle business, it's in your best interest, because, and just to have a piece of the pie, you don't have to be the owner, but you can be as in a sense a partner or slash shareholder, you know, because if you work hard to get a little piece of the pie on that level, then you just don't realize the amount of great things that are going to come your way. So, short video for today. Just wanted to let you guys know, don't let distractions take up most of your time, i.e. video games, i.e. apps, i.e. sports, i.e. entertainment, because all those things, they're making money while you watch and do this and do this. So something to think about. That's that money's being made every single time you're on those specific platforms. Dreams are being done. Dreams are being done and being created and happening and being put into action while you're doing those things. So if you're spending more time doing that instead of doing this, or instead of doing this, and I look at that as implementation of a specific plan and being around people that are trying to do the same thing, then a year or two, 5 years, 10 years, and you're going to be in the same boat that you were in at the beginning. And if that's what you want, then that's your business. You know, hey, your life is your life. If just trying to throw some things out there so we can develop some sort of a dialogue and have some sort of a conversation behind it. So if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. More videos to come. Thanks to all my subscribers that are out there. Please share my videos with anybody you think you might be interested. And I hope you guys have a great day and great weekend.